Hi, I'm Kim and today we're going to look at a piece of Christmas music. Silent Night is a really good song for beginners, absolute beginners. Even if you've never played a melody before, this is a really easy melody to play, easy chords, and I'm going to teach you how to play it. And then by Christmas you'll be able to play it for your family and friends. You might even be able to teach your children. If you've never played any chords before, I'm going to teach you how to play the 3 chords that you'll need for this song, which are G, C and D. We're going to use the power chords, which means that we don't have to worry about them being major or minor. We're just going to use 1 finger power chords to start with. If your guitar is tuned to G, D, G, like mine, then just strumming the 3 strings without fretting any hand at all plays a G power chord. We're going to use that G power chord as our first chord. G, C and D. This piece of music is in 3/4 timing. That means there's 3 beats in a bar. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We need to strum 3 times down like this. That's the very simplest way of playing this strumming pattern, just 3 down strums. I often like to play down, down, up, down as my 3 strums though, rather than just going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to go 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, like that. Or you could play the bass note, the bottom thickest string, for the number 1 and then play strumming just on the other 2 beats, like this. If you don't like strumming, you can actually use your 1st and 2nd fingers to pluck the 2 top strings, and that would sound like this. It's up to you what you use. Okay, so that's the G chord. For the C chord, we're going to take our 4-finger, we're going to press it right across the 5th fret. Now, when you're fretting on an instrument like this, you need to hold your finger just behind the metal fret wire. So if I show you close up, you see my finger is just behind that fret wire, not back up here, just behind that fret wire. And then when I strum, I get a nice clean sound. If you're finding that you're not getting a nice clean sound, you might not be pressing quite hard enough, like this. Press a bit harder. And the other thing is that our fingers actually have little natural bits where they go up at the joints. Make sure that those joints don't line up with the strings. So that's the C chord. Now, for those of you wondering about the 1, 4, 5 chords, G is the 1 chord of this song because we're playing in the key of G. C is the 4 chord. Now, I know it's on the 5th fret, which is a bit confusing, but if you want to learn more about 1, 4, 5 chords, you can watch one of my other videos. I'll put a link in the description. So G is the 1 chord, C is the 4 chord, and then we're going to play D on the 7th fret, and that's the 5 chord. So exactly the same, we can play like this, or we can play. So that's down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. I know it's really hard because my hand is moving all the time. It's hard to see when I'm actually strumming, but you're strumming down on the down, then the down, and then strumming up with the up strum and then down. So it's like this. Or you can play whichever one you like. Now, if you don't like putting your finger across all 3 strings like that, you could try lining up your 3 fingers, your 1st, 2nd and 3rd fingers, 1 on each string, So put your first finger on the bass string, your second finger on the middle string, and your third finger on the top string. You get the same sound. But sometimes, especially if you've got dexterity problems or you've got a bit of a weakness in your wrist, you might find it easier to press the three strings down separately. So that would be G, C, and D. So that's an alternative way of playing. There is another way of playing all these chords. One that I'd like to introduce you to today is a separate way of playing the D chord. And that is putting your first finger on the second fret of the bass string, your second finger on the second fret of the top string, leaving that middle string open. I'll show you close up. And you'll see that that sounds quite similar to this. So the 7th fret is actually higher, but we are playing similar notes. Up here we're playing a D, A, D, and down here we're playing A, D, A. It's called an inversion. It's just a slightly different way of playing a chord. Anyway, we've got those 3 chords sorted out, and now we're going to try putting that with the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is D with 202 rather than 777. 1, 2, 3. You might think, well, I've never ever played a melody before. This is a brilliant melody for you to practice because there's not too many different notes in it. If I put my first finger on the 2nd fret, that means my 2nd finger can easily reach that 3rd fret, my 3rd finger can easily reach that 4th fret, and my 5th finger can easily reach that 5th fret. We're going to play open strings and 2 and open on the middle string. That's the first 3 notes. Instead of playing 1, 2, 3, we're going to play 1, 2, and 3, like this. And then we're going to play the 4th fret on the bottom string. Now I suggest that you either use your 3rd finger or your pinky finger, whichever you find more comfortable. I'm going to use my 3rd finger because I find that better. So we're going to go, and then the same again. Then we're going up to the top string, 2nd fret again. And then open strings. 2nd fret, middle string. 4th. So those lines were the same, and then we're going. we're reaching all the way up to the 5th fret now, so use your pinky. And then we're coming across the strings, so open top, open middle and 4th. And now 5th on the bottom string. I've just put that extra bit on the end there. You don't have to play that exactly like that if you want to. You could just play there and just stop there. But I quite like it as that. And if you want to get really fancy, you could fret on the 12th fret, you could put the harmonic in. So you could play. One, two, three. That's Silent Night, my absolute beginner version. And I reckon even if you've never played a song before, even if you've never played the chords before on your 3-string guitar, even if you've never played a melody, I reckon a week of practice and you'd be able to play that. Good enough to be able to play in front of other people. Now I have got other versions of other Christmas songs. I'm going to do a more advanced version of Silent Night, but I've also got other Christmas songs coming up. I hope you have fun playing some Christmas music. Bye for now.